Well, hey guys, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at Athearn Ready to Roll SD45T-2s in both cotton belt and the SP patched with National Railway Equipment leased locomotives. So let's get started in this review now. Alright, we're going to go ahead and open this up. Get the Athearn seal of quality here. Just bust out a knife on. Chose the Bicentennial because, well, it's a more aesthetically pleasing locomotive. Or as we call it in Indiana, more party. So, Ready to Roll is what Genesis used to be. That's how I like to refer to Ready to Roll. Let's see if that holds up. Limited warranty. Athearn news flyer. This is new. It's like an SD45-2 flyer with exploded parts diagram. Different print. You got the Tsunami or Economi quick start guide with a total of 28 functions listed, some not used. Let's go ahead and unbox this. Now, what do I mean by Ready to Roll used to be, or is the old Genesis? So the Genesis details you would get in the late 90s, early 2000s are now basically what you get in Ready to Roll now. So for those people, you know, kind of upset about pricing increases and such across the hobby, just be aware of that, at least on this line. You know, this the way this locomotive or these locomotives I've been seeing in Ready to Roll lately are detailed. They are basically what Genesis used to be. You know, MU hoses, silver tipped ends, things like that. Now the conduit up here on the roof, we'll just go into the detail here. So let's go and get started on that. All right, cotton belt Bicentennial, beautiful locomotive. One of my cousin's favorites, and I can see why. He kind of talked me into reviewing this. And as I was mentioning just before the break, the level of detail that you see on these Ready to Roll is what Genesis used to be, and we'll cover that. Like the silver tipped MU hoses right here, which I think these are rubber as well. And then you've got an airline hose, McHenry coupler, which have always been on Athearns because, well, Horizon and Athearn owns McHenry couplers, so why wouldn't they use their own couplers? I know people's mileage varies. SP light package here on the nose, painted over class lights there, headlights. So these are all LED, I think. Horn and bell there, and that's where some of the detail starts really popping off. Cab roof air conditioning unit, and then this conduit that runs to this antenna stand, as you can see there. You just don't get that detail on Ready to Roll of the past, but you did get it in Genesis of the past. Blower housing has the Liberty Bell on it, Spirit of 1776, and if you think there's some fading on the numbers, no, that is how the real thing was. I just reviewed some photos. I don't like using photos because you need to get the permission of the photographer to do so technically, and I like following the rules. But stanchions look very straight. You got that old school barcode system that I always forget the name of that people tell me every time and I forget. The dynamic brake area and radiator fan grill area back here. Really cool gold trucks here on this locomotive. And everything is gold under the walkways. So on the rear, more hoses. Maybe these are plastic, I don't know. But I know on the Genesis they are rubber now. Separately applied grabs, another LED light, another McHenry coupler, and warning on the step here for the walkway. You can see the walkway, it's got detailed tread there. Get a good glance at the handrails, which pretty straight. I don't see any handrail deviations whatsoever on this locomotive. Just a very handsome, good looking locomotive. Cotton belt in the same print as this 9839, and you know, top's blue, bottom's red, I think is what it breaks down to. It's hard to tell along with my color vision issues. But cab window sunshades, and just look at all that front detail. You got number boards. There's a pilot look down at this. Zoom out just a little bit, but crazy amount of detail. I do want to pick it up for a second. There's no cab interior, I just wanted to verify. But that's about the only shortcut, you know, I really see to make this a budget locomotive in terms of what Athearn's doing. So, pretty nice overall. And like I said, really nice detail. Alright, here's another variation and road name, road number, specific detail. Again, the XSP unit here, now NREX leasing unit. But you have ditch lights on this one, some different variations. The roof is a whole lot different. Don't have that antenna stand, you don't have that horn mounted that way. The horn's mounted back here. There's just a lot of different variations of this. So just wanted to show you yet another version. And as you can see on the side, you got even a battery box door area, and all that area is painted differently. So I think they refer to this as ready to rust as well. But you can see Southern Pacific is blocked out there all the way across. It's not just a handrail, but they have changed this into the leasing unit, and they didn't really show that too much. Now, just right angle, and you can see through the back area of this locomotive right here all the way to the other side, and see through very well. And then they made all the gearing low, so flywheels and the connections low, so that it's completely see-through just like on the real thing. So that's pretty sweet. You can see it right there. So there's nothing showing in the way. Then on the rear, get the stub nose in there and all of that detail. So pretty cool overall, 9300 NREX unit. Just wanted to show you that real quick. Now, before we go into operation, I do want to mention one thing. I have been reviewing items most of the day today, and early in the day when I first did my first review, the layout shorted out. So you may have seen videos already where I've had to resort to this little situation over here, which is just a strip of test track, but I cannot figure out where the layout short is, and I really, to be honest, didn't put much effort into it. Why? Because this layout's getting torn down. As a matter of fact, I think I created the short somehow by disconnecting something or putting something somewhere, because this layout is literally getting dismantled. As you can see over here, I've already got the display case down from the wall. That one's empty. Almost all my locomotives and rolling stock are packed up into boxes. We are on the threshold of a move. But unfortunately, we will not go back to normal, where it's like full layout, for quite some time. I'm going to keep a couple modules in the move, so we'll be able to set up quickly and do somewhat of a scenic review here and there. But for now, this is going to be it for the next few reviews, and probably the past few reviews if you haven't been watching. So let's get into testing now. Can't go very far, so let's get that done. Okay, we got power on here. Just fired it up. It went through a startup sequence. So your headlight, nice LED, flat white color. Let's have 0. Here's 1. 2. Here's your bell and horn. Sounds pretty good. 3 short horn. 4 is dynamic brakes. 5. Sorry, I already have F8 there, but that's the dyno light, or whatever you want to call it, right there up front. Zoom in a little more for you. Seven's your dimmer. 8 is the mute. So a lot of different sounds on this. So one thing I want to mention, and it was caught by one of my viewers and close viewers, is that the emergency stop does not enable this emergency stop light above the lights. So it's not really hooked up, this up here, but you still go through the emergency stop sequence, just no red light there. So F11 is brake set and brake release. You can see that I don't know if that applies on this one, but F13 is coupler, 14 is half speed when you're switching and stuff, 23 is all aboard, F26 and F27 manually notch up and notch down the prime movers. We'll switch over to the SP unit to do that. All right, here we go. Sorry, that was still on. We're notching up now. There's the headlight and ditch lights for you. I think we're finally in notch 8 there. And then F27 brings it back down, one by one. So there you have the notch up and notch down on it. Sorry about the horn. Sometimes when I'm shifting I hit the 2 button and that causes the horn when I'm trying to hit 27. So there's your notch up and notch down. Let's take a look at speed steps. We'll go in reverse first since we're close to the power source here on this little test track. 1. Quick note about the sound. Sounds really good. Everything is in tune. It's got nice bass. There's no resonance. No speaker rattle, as you want to call it. So we're at 5 speed steps. I'll slow back down here to show you where we're 4, 3. I jumped around too much. Throttle's jumping on me here. Alright, maybe I'll just show you in forward. Alright, 1 speed step. I'm going to leave it there for a second so you can see that. There's 1 out of 126 on my MRC Prodigy Elite. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I just took the dimmer off if you saw that difference in the lighting. So it runs very smooth, glides along the rails. Not a Genesis drive, but still pretty good motor control coupled with that Tsunami, or I keep saying Tsunami, Soundtrack's Economi, which is a limited function decoder, but I mean 28 functions really isn't that limited. So just another reason why I say this is kind of the Genesis of old. That's all I can do, guys. I can do a run by, I guess, kind of, but that's about it. Final thoughts on this locomotive are it's got great sound, great motor control from what I can see, really good detail, and it is in the ready to roll line, so that means the price is going to be pretty good. I know there's different people's opinions on what pretty good is, but ready to roll pricing is going to be better than Genesis pricing by far. Put the MSRP on the screen for you, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Thanks for watching. Take care. can go ahead and do weight. I'm not going to do pull test because the pull test seems to be out of whack for using this easy track. So let's go ahead and do weight here. Over a pound. Right at a pound. 15.9 ounces, 450 grams, 0.450 kilograms, 0.99 pounds. So right there under a pound. Pretty good for this locomotive. And we will just roll straight into the NMRA compliance other pieces. We already looked at coupler height. 3 of the 4 were good. Gonna look at NMRA compliance for the wheels. Looks good. Give you a quick look at the underbody of this as well while we're at it. So far so good there. And everything's coming up roses, so pretty good. NMRA compliance is good, and operation's good as well. That's going to be it.